Vlogtober, everybody. I am getting ready. I purchased some yarn at Knit City. Let's start there. And it is the Royal Peacock. It's a color thing here, and it's a gradient, I guess, but it's not really a gradient. It's just a color package. And it goes from purples to like a turquoisey blue, and it's by Poppy Yarn, Yarn and Fiber, and they are at poppyyarn.com, and they come out of Calgary, Alberta, Canada. And I have a design idea for this. So today I'm going to be caking this up, and I'm going to be casting on, and I'm super excited, and I think you guys are gonna like what I come up with. But yeah, so let's get these all caked up and ready to rock and roll. I have been designing all day. I took a designing day, and my brain is very tired now. Part of my process is I write down what I'm knitting while I'm knitting it, but then I sometimes decide that the color isn't quite right, or like in this case, I need to do a different cast on than the one I chose because I decided to change something. And a different cast on is better for what I've decided to change. And so I've been sitting here looking at 5 beautiful skeins of yarn and the project that I started designing, and I'm about 30 rows in, and I just realized I have to rip it out and grab a different color to start with it, but that's okay because it's going to make all of the difference, and it's going to be stunning when it's done. So this is the color that I'm going to start with. I'm pretty excited about that. So I have to rip it back, and I have to change the cast on, and I think I'm going to change some of the increases as well, and get back to typing that in. But I've been watching this new podcaster. I was watching Kristen of the Yarngasm podcast, and after she was finished, this one just popped up, and it's called Squirrel Pie Productions. I've never heard of her before. She's so adorable, and I'm really enjoying her podcast. It's super cute. She's on episode 37. She doesn't have very many subscribers, 1.7K, so, well, she's got a few. But if you guys want to check out a new podcast, that's definitely one that I'm checking out today. And I just feel like she's super adorable. So, so I just subscribed. So when I showed you, I hadn't yet, I don't think, but I hit the button just now. So that is happening, and I was knitting on my Skaha sweater today as well. I just feel very exhausted after the weekend. So I've got almost two repeats of the pattern done in there, and this yarn is just showing it so beautifully. I cannot believe it. So this yarn, if you haven't seen on previously, is Sweet Fiber, and it's in the Luna colorway, and it is so lovely to knit with. I have never knit with this yarn. I have a couple skeins in my stash that I bought last year that I haven't knit with yet. Definitely going on my list of things to knit with though, into the future, because it feels so nice. I am going to need to alternate skeins though, because they're hand dyed. So I'm just leaning over to grab it. They're hand dyed, so you can tell on these two, see how much lighter the bottom one is than the top one. So they were the same dye a lot, but I still need to alternate skeins, and I don't want to have the same fiasco as one of my green top that my Liesel that I did. And I didn't alternate skeins, and so you can definitely see a line. Well, if I don't point it out, you don't really see it. But when I point it out to everybody, because that's what I seem to be doing, I don't know why, then yeah, you can see it. But yeah, so I'm working on this little bit of a design, and then off and on working on my Skaha sweater, which it is available on Ravelry. And I was wearing it at Knit City, and somebody asked me about my patterns and looked them up on Ravelry, and she was super not impressed that my pricing was so low. She thinks I'm devaluing my work, and she wasn't very happy that I was asking $4 for my patterns. So and then we had a discussion about valuing your work and that sort of thing. And so I am probably going to be increasing the prices on my patterns. So if you want to get them before the price goes up, I think I'll just set it for November 1st. I will update my prices because they definitely are a lot of work, and they definitely are underpriced. So I'll be increasing the prices on them on November 1st. So if there's any of my designs that you would like to get before then at the lower price point, then I definitely recommend you do that sooner rather than later. And thank you so much for everybody who's purchased my patterns so far. It's been super amazing, and it's such a blessing. You guys are fabulous. And I'm just gonna finish watching a little bit of a podcast here and then go pick up kids from school. So